What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Hope, and today I am going to be telling you about my Sam and Colby Tour experience. I went to their show in Philadelphia, and it went just a little bit wrong. There was a lot that happened. Starting off, we had a 5-6 hour road trip there. Right, so we started our road trip to the first Sam and Colby show for us in Philly. Hello? I was like, where is she? We're with Dart, Ellisa, Kelly, and Jess is just not paying attention, but you guys know Jess anyway, so it's whatever, it's fine.
Wait. Hi.
There. And we are at a rest stop. We are 3 hours into the drive. We have 3 more hours. But we are halfway there. We had such an amazing time on the road trip. We always make the best of every road trip.
All the heads turn when I walk through the door. Everything I do causes an uproar. It seems like I'm winning, but who's keeping score? It's a Titanic coming through with a forecast. Flying with a chance of some more cash. I'ma make it rain on your girl's ass. High in the clouds, sleeping first class. Skin popping off like champagne. They gassed up like a gas tank. Alright, it's a hell of a feeling, though. It's a hell of a feeling, though. Alright, it's a hell of a feeling, though. It's a hell of a feeling, though. Who are these people? I just woke up in my underwear. No liquor left on the shelf. No such thing as getting out of there. Memories that have just popped up. Drunk pre-meds and some rubber gloves. 5,000 people with designer drugs. Don't think I'll ever get enough. Champagne, cocaine, gasoline, and most things in between. I run the city in a shopping cart. I'm like camels in a snow globe. This night is heated up. Face hell and turn it up. Say if you want, catch on in a drain pipe. Oh yeah, don't try me with a good time. It's a hell of a feeling now. I'm a scholar and a gentleman, and I usually don't fall when I try to stand. I lost a bet to a guy in a chiffon skirt, but I make these high heels work.
So we got there at around 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m. I think it was. So after about a 5-6 hour drive,
It was 6 hours?
we made it!
No.
We're here! We just walked around Philadelphia a little bit. Everything was fine. And then we got into the car, started getting ready, and then we got in line, and I made a bunch of friends in line. A bunch of you guys noticed me. Everyone who came up to me was so unbelievably sweet, and I love and appreciate all of you guys so much. It was so cool having you guys come up and actually talk to me and everything. If you ever see me at any event or out anywhere, please come up to me and say hi. Do not be scared. I don't know why everyone is so intimidated or scared to say something to me, but I promise I will stand there and talk to you and everything. So we're standing there and the day was going really well. Everything was perfect. Well, it starts to get a little windy. The sky gets a little dark. And then we look at the radar and there is a huge thunderstorm coming our way. And it was going to hit at 11 and we were supposed to go in at 11:15. So luckily the security guard was absolutely amazing. We loved him. Shout out to Joel at Underground Arts. He deserves a raise. Luckily he let us go stand underneath the building next to where the line was, because he knew we were first in line. The people behind us knew we were first in line. Everyone was very, very sweet about it. So we finally get in after standing outside for hours. Okay, so it's kind of loud, but we finally made it in. We're here. Perfect. A bunch of you came up and were talking to me. It was absolutely amazing. I was loving it. The show starts. Sam and Colby come out. They did their whole thing.
Get ready to make some noise for the Colby and Sam Tour. One, go!
Dude. Did you hire that guy?
Did I what?
Did you hire that guy for the intro?
The guy that was making fun of me?
No, not the guy that was in front of the speaker. The guy that was like speaking for the intro.
Announcer?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. You don't want to mess with me, bro.
Alright, here we go.
How could this happen to me?
Thank you guys so much for coming out. There's merch at the back. You guys are so amazing. We love you all. Hopefully we're back soon and hopefully we don't get arrested.
We'll see you guys next time. Thank you again.
Awesome. Bye guys.
To be honest, and this isn't meant to sound rude or shady or anything, the show itself was kind of underwhelming. So like, I didn't know what I expected them to do because like, again, this isn't meant to sound shady or anything, but like they don't have like any stage talent, I guess you could say. Like they don't sing, they don't play instruments and stuff, but like I don't know what I expected, but that wasn't it. After the show, this girl, her name was Autumn, she came up and right as she walked up, she was like, "You're my favorite YouTuber ever. I was hoping all week that you would be here." She was the cutest little girl ever, and she literally made my day. Like, that was the highlight of this whole entire trip for me. It was the absolute cutest thing ever. So then, anyway, we get in line because GA people got to meet Sam and Colby after the show. So we get in line to meet them and everything. When we walk out, I go and look at my pictures and they're completely overexposed, like to the point where you could barely see our faces. So I was obviously upset. I usually wouldn't care if it was like at like playlist or something. I would just be like, okay, whatever, because like I know that there's always someone recording the video, so I can just take screenshots from that. But the video that someone took from Philly, it was way off to the side. You couldn't even like see us doing the pose and everything. So I really wanted to retake it. So I go down and I talked to their manager. She was so unbelievably sweet about it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, of course, but you are going to have to wait until everyone else goes and then you'll be the very last one to go, because like that's only fair. We have to make sure that everyone gets their chance to meet them." And I was like, okay, that's no problem, because we weren't going to do anything anyway. We were just going to go and probably get food and leave and drive home. So like, we might as well just chill, you know, and hang out. So me and Jess were sitting in there. Dart, Kelly, and Ellisa were out. Dart came and got my car key. This is an important part of the story. Dart came and got my car key to go and grab her stuff out of the car, and then she was going and getting food. So we're sitting there for probably a good 2 hours, if not longer. And then we finally get in line to meet them again. We get our pictures retaken. I go outside. We walk up to Dart, Kelly, and Ellisa, and they all look pretty upset. And Dart is crying. And she looks at me and she goes, "You're gonna be so mad at me. You're gonna hate me." My mind instantly went to, oh no, she drove my car somewhere and crashed it or something like that. She goes, "I lost your car key." It was no big deal. I was fine. Like, not a problem at all. I was like, okay, I'll call AAA. We'll see what they can do for us. No biggie. Like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And she was so panicked about it. I felt so bad because, like, I understand, like, that's a horrible situation to be in, but it was perfectly fine. Like, I wasn't mad at her. Things happen. Like, accidents happen. It's not like she did it on purpose, so it was fine. I called AAA. They're like, we will contact, like, the closest locksmith, see if they have the key, if they can make the key or whatever, and then we'll call you back and let you know, or we'll have someone be there in 2 hours. So, we are literally sitting outside on the sidewalk of the venue for 2.5 hours. I gave them an extra 30 minutes because AAA is always late. Every time I've used them, they're always late. So I was like, okay, I'll wait until a half an hour later. Still no call, no text, because I get the text updates. No anything. So I call them and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She then proceeds to tell me that the locksmith does not have my key and cannot make my key, and that there's nothing that they can do for us. So then she's like, but we can possibly tow it to a dealership and hope that they have a key. We're in this situation, we can't get our car towed because it was already, I think, 7 o'clock at this point. We're in Philadelphia. We live in Pittsburgh. So we're 5 to 6 hours away from home with no place to stay. And it's a Sunday, so all the car dealerships are closed. So if we were to get towed, we're gonna just sleep on the street. Like, we had to get our key. So I told her our situation and everything. She puts me on hold. She comes back, hangs up on me. I call back. I immediately tell the person that answers that I want to speak to a manager. They give me over to a manager. I tell him the situation and how horrible of customer service it has been. The fact that no one decided to call, text, anything about the locksmith not having the key. So we sat there on the sidewalk, literally starving for 2.5 hours in our clothes that we wore to the event. I was so uncomfortable. I had heels on. I had high-waisted, skin-tight jeans on. I had my contacts in, a full face of makeup. I didn't have my makeup wipes because everything was in the car and the car was locked. So we couldn't change our clothes. All of our food that was in the car was going bad because it was sitting in the car and we had no way to get in. And the police don't open the cars anymore. We tried that. We tried calling them. They don't open cars for anyone anymore. So we had absolutely no way to get in. I start getting into a fight with the manager. And then I was like, okay, well, I know that AAA offers like discounts at hotels and stuff. Are you guys able to get us a hotel for the night? Because this was not planned. Like, we're in a horrible situation right now. And if you guys can't do anything until tomorrow, can you at least give us a place to stay tonight? He goes, no, we can't do anything for you. So at this point, I am furious. I'm literally shaking. I am so mad. My face was probably as red as my hair. I was just not in a good mood. So I hang up and then we realize we're fucked. We literally have to stay there that night. Like, we have no option. The key is gone. They searched for it for hours whenever we were inside. We have to get a hotel. We have to stay. So Dart's parents, God bless them, and thank you for everything that you did. They paid for a hotel room for us that night, but we finally get to the hotel, and then Dart's parents booked the room online for us and everything. They weren't there with us, so we didn't have their credit card. So the hotel starts saying that they're not gonna let us stay because we don't have the credit card for proof that, like, it's us and that that was the room that they got for us. So we call Dart's parents. Dart's mom talks to the guy at the front desk, tells him our situation, and he's like, okay, and finally, like, lets us stay. So we get the hotel room. Everything is fine. The hotel room was beautiful. We had an amazing view. It was so nice and so comfortable. I think we were all just so happy. Like, we could have just had a bed that was the shittiest bed in the world and all of us would have been happy because we finally had a bed and shelter and a place to stay. We made the best of it for sure. Like, it was a horrible, horrible situation, but it was so much fun. Are we good?
No.
No.
my gosh, she fucking did.
Oh my fucking, Miss Keisha!
Miss Keisha!
Miss Keisha! Oh my fucking gosh, she's fucking dead!
Fuck your chicken strips!
Fuck your chicken strips!
It's an avocado!
Thanks!
Dart, just take them from behind you. These are my pillows.
What is happening? Oh.
Trying not to have a neck slip because people are recording.
Editing is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
It's legit, me and you are like the people that are in the middle of a fight but can't do nothing about it. Right. My arms are getting tired. I'm done. I'm done. You know how weird it is? I said I'm done. We had a naked person over here.
I thought Hope was about to fall.
Fight! Gonna kick you.
When Dr. Schwartz
Where's the
launched his
light?
medical
Put the foot
privilege
back underneath the blanket.
of rehabilitation,
That's my foot, excuse you.
Hello?
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 You get out of my bubble and out of my leg.
Hello?
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 Hello? These are my pillows!
I zoomed in on you.
Hello?
Hello?
Well?
Hello?
Well? Oh wait, it's like, we need to be quiet.
Spending that whole time with some of my best friends who like I don't get to see that often. It was such a fun time. We somehow have a habit of making every situation into a great one, no matter how bad it is. So the next day comes, Dart's parents call us first thing in the morning, and they proceed to tell us that they have already contacted all of the car dealerships in the area, and none of them have my key. And to get the key made and have it shipped there would take 3 days. 3 days. So at this point, our literally only option was to have my mom overnight ship us my spare key. So that means we had to stay another night, which we did. It was fun. We ordered Postmates. We were all having so much fun. Like, everything was great on this trip, honestly. It was not a good situation, but we had so much fun together, and like, I wouldn't change anything about it. And then the morning comes. Checkout is at 11. It said online, like on the tracking, that the key would be there at 12. So we called down to the front desk to tell them that. They knew our situation, so they were like, yeah, that's fine, like stay until 12, don't worry about it. So we check out at 12, and we're sitting in the lobby, and the key is still not there. So we're sitting there until probably about 1:30 now, and the key finally shows up. All of us literally ran over to the girl who picks up the mail and started crying. We were so happy. All right, so update. We ended up being stranded in Philly. It is now Tuesday. We were supposed to only be here on Sunday, and then we were supposed to be home by Sunday night. It is Tuesday afternoon now, and we just got my car key. And we all literally started crying because we were so happy that we finally get to go home. But now we have a 5-hour drive ahead of us, but we finally got the key. Thank God. It was, oh my God, it was like the best feeling ever. And then we get to my car and everything was fine with my car. Luckily it was not towed, it was not broken into, everything was good. And then on the way back, there was the worst storm ever, to where we literally couldn't see. It was pouring so hard. It was, yeah, that trip was, that was a lot. It was interesting, but like I said, I wouldn't change it for anything. We made such a fun trip out of it. I don't promote this a lot, but I do have merch, and if you guys want to get some, go to the link in the description and you can get $10 off of it. I think with shipping and everything it's about $15 if I remember correctly, so please go get some of that if you want to. I am going to be making more once I figure out my designs and stuff, so keep an eye out for that. I will let you guys know when that is happening. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and turn on my post notifications so you never miss a post, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
This is my roaring